everybody? In today's video, I will be going over some of the best cards that you can invest in MLB The Show 25. I'm going to leave this uncut, so I was thinking about editing this video. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I want the experience of going on MLB The Show for yourself in this video, so you know how I went about investing, how I went about picking the players that I think are going to be getting a jump in overall on Friday, April 11th. So this video is being made on April 8th. Basically, there's only a few days until the roster update comes out, and I think this is going to be the most up-to-date that you can get on YouTube right now. So for those of you who are new to MLB The Show, it's important to note that SDS comes out with roster updates every 2 weeks based on how a player performs in real life time. So for somebody like Pete Alonso, Hunter Green, Anthony Volpe, those are all players I will be talking about in this video, but they have been performing very well, and you will see a jump in their overalls, which, depending on how you invest, depending on how many cards you buy, depending on when you buy them, for what price, you can make money very easily and very quickly if you just take my advice and you make the judgments that you need to make for your own sake. So it's important to note that this only applies to live series cards. Don't look at any legends, flashbacks, any specialty cards like the new ones they came out with. What are they called? I'll actually reset my filters here. Any all-star cards, any... Oh, what are these called? I don't even know. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it only applies to live series cards. That's very important to note. So now that I have my filter on for live series, let's go over some of the cards that I think you should be investing in to make you money. So the first one I have on my list is Jarren Duran. Let's find him. There he is. Jarren Duran right now is an 84 overall. That's very important to note. He could easily get that boost to diamond. It doesn't take a lot for an 84 to go to an 85. It only takes a good stretch of games, some clutch appearances, some average playing, to be honest. So he's only a 1598 sell now value, and that's important to note. I don't have enough stubs because I've invested all of my money into another player, which I will be going over very shortly. But what you would do is put in a buy order, so sell now value, but a buy order of, for him, I'd probably put it in for 1700 a piece. If he goes up to 85 sell now, 85 sell now would be 3,000. So what I can do and what I can tell you is the sell now values for overalls that do matter in our case. So an 80 overall will sell for 400. An 81 overall will sell for 600. An 82 overall will sell for 900. A 83 overall, 1200. 84 overall, 1500, and an 85, 3000. Anything above is going to be a win because it's not really likely that the first roster update we're going to see anything above an 85 for what I go over, but it's always possible. You never know. So, yeah, so 1700 a piece. If he gets that diamond bump, he will go up to 3,000 sell now. You'll make an additional 1,300 stubs on each card that you've invested in. That's very important to know. I will be moving on to Pete Alonso. Where is my guy? Pete Alonso has been on an absolute tear in the league, and that is with a fact. I can say that. Pete Alonso, when I bought him, was 675. He was basically quick sell value. So I bought all of mine for 675. I bought 109 of them. I sold my entire team. I got all the Pete Alonsos I could. And he's already up to a buy now of 1,040 stubs. That's really, really promising for my prediction of him going up in the roster update. So with that said, he's an 81 overall right now with a quick sell value of 600. So obviously I'm not going to quick sell him. If I wanted to, I mean, I could technically just go sell as many as I could right now for 888 stubs. And the reason I say that is because if you look at it, there's 59 orders for 888. I don't really count the ones above it because there's only a few. So it's tough to say where Pete Alonso is going to end up in overall on Friday. I don't think he's going to get that jump to 85. I don't see them doing that. It's a very big jump from 81 to 85. That's basically saying he's the best player in the league right now, and that's still not the case. So I think he's going to get an 83 to 84 jump, which means that for my sake, my example, I invested 675 stubs into each card. He could sell for 1200 to 1500 on each card. I would make about, what is that, like rough estimate, 600 to 900 stubs on each card that I invested in. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to do some math, okay? So if I invested 675 stubs into each card, and I got them pretty quickly because there were no other orders up, so people were basically making a few stubs on each card when I put them up. That's important to note too. So I invested 73,575 stubs, okay? If, let's say, somehow he goes up to a 82 overall only, I will go up to 98,100 stubs. I made 25,000 stubs doing absolutely nothing. Okay. Now let's say he goes up to an 83, which is what I probably think he's going to go up to. I made 130,800 stubs. So what is that? 65,000 stubs doing nothing. 1,500 for an 84 overall. I got 163,500 stubs. It's possible I would make 90,000 stubs. It is possible the way he's playing. And I know it's not going to happen, but if he goes up to a diamond at 85 overall, I will make 327,000 stubs. That would be absolutely amazing. So personally, I still think there is time to invest in Pete Alonso. I don't think he's just going to go up to an 82. I think he's going to go 83 or higher. So if you want to invest 900 stubs a piece into him, you'll probably see a 300 plus return on each card, which is still a lot of money, depending on how many you buy. Okay. Next, I'm going to move on to Garrett Crochet. I kind of went backwards here. I don't know why I did this. I don't even know where he is. There he is. Okay. So Garrett Crochet is also doing really well so far over the first 2 weeks of the season. But you see already that his value is at 1,900 buy now and 1,1700 sell now. He's not somebody you're going to invest in anymore. I mean, you could probably go get like each card for 1,700 a piece. You might make 1,300, but that's if he goes up, and there's no guarantee that an 83 goes up to an 85. An 84, where we saw Jarren Duran, is more probable to get that 85 than an 83 is to get the 85, even if they're not performing at the same level. So with that said, you can invest in Garrett Crochet. You'll probably make 1,300 a piece on each card. Do you want to take the risk? If he doesn't go up, you might lose 200 stubs on each card. That's your goal, not my goal. Next, I'm going to do Hunter Green. I actually don't even know what overall Hunter Green is. Let's see. Is he still in the Reds? I think he is. Yeah, he is. Okay, another one. So Hunter Green is an 80 overall card. Remember, quick sell value is 400. He's already up to 1,200 stubs. Buy now, sell now is 929. I wouldn't invest in this. It was nice to note him because of his stellar performances, like who probably will get a jump in overall. I wouldn't invest in him. You're probably not going to make your money back. You might get lucky and break even, but I don't see you making a lot of money on him. So I'm not really going to go too much into detail about him for that reason, because I don't feel like there's money to be made here. So we're going to skip that one. Let's go on to Jordan Westburg. Jordan Westburg. There he is. Jordan Westburg is, I think, a sleeper, and I don't understand how people aren't investing in him too much. So he has a quick sell value at 420. So if you have to, when you invest, you have to put a number that will give the other person who's selling you the card a higher amount than 400. So for example, if somebody's selling for 400 quick sell value, like Jordan Westburg is, you have to put up at least 450 stubs, because when they sell it, SDS takes a 10% tariff, basically a tax, on each card that sells. So if I'm selling a card to you for 450, I'm actually only making about 406, 407. That's still enough motive for people to want to give you the card, so that's important to note. So if you put them up for 450, well, you could probably make like a decent amount of money. I mean, 500 a piece probably. He's probably going to go up to like an 82 overall. maybe 83. That's pushing it. Possible though. So 500 to 800 stubs on each card. I think it's worth it. He was considered really good. He even got an April Spotlight card. April Spotlight cards in that sense to me show you that the card is probably going to get a higher overall on Friday. That makes no sense to me that nobody's investing in this card. So let's move on to Josh Hader. Josh Hader on the Astros. Okay, here's another example of a card that is really, really risky if you're going to invest in him. So he has a buy now of 689. There is no, oh wait, actually no. I'm wrong. He's quick sell value. Oh, you should be buying up Josh Hader's. I mean, I don't know if he's going to get a huge bump probably in the first roster update, but he's definitely going to go up and overall give it like the next roster update. He's a top closer in the league, top setup man if you want to count him as that. I don't know what his status is anymore, but he's definitely somebody you got to invest in. So I see him going up to probably an 82, 83 overall on Friday. That's probably his max. So if you go get him for 670, whatever it is, you'll probably see like a 250 to technically like a 500 stub return if he goes up to that 83, right? Yeah. So you would see a good return if you get a ton of Josh Haders. But one that I think people are sleeping on, and let me see if he's still the same price from when I saw him last. Insane. I'm probably going to go buy more of these cards. Edwin Diaz. He hasn't given up a run yet. I mean, granted, he only has 4 innings pitched. I get it. But if you're going out there and you have appearances and over the 2 weeks that you've been playing, having given up a run, that's pretty important to note, right? I think that came with like 3 saves, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look that up. Let's see. Edwin Diaz stats. He has 2 saves. So he got 2 saves in those 4 appearances or whatever you want to call it. I see him going up to an 81, 82 overall. It's definitely possible. So what? You might get 200 to, what is it, 500 stubs on each card. That's pretty important. And to note that he's only going to be costing you 450 stubs, so you can go get a ton of him if you have a ton of stubs already saved up. That should be a no-brainer to me that you go get him. I don't know why people aren't investing in him too much. The last card I'm going to be going over is probably a no-brainer. And I probably have a feeling he's going to be higher. I have to look up this man's stats. Has he fallen off? Let's see. Anthony Volpe stats. Okay, he's batting 250. But I don't think that's gonna warrant him not getting higher overall. How did he do today? Today he went, or yesterday he went over 4. Okay, so he's batting 250. I mean, it's your call if you want to invest in him, I guess now. He's fallen off a little bit. 4 home runs, 11 hits, and 41 at-bats. That's possible. Actually, wait. I gotta look him up on a different website. I don't think Baseball Reference is a good website in order to track current time stats. Okay, here we go. Or is it? I don't know. How many games have there been? I mean, I know he had a really, really good tear like the first week, right? I guess that's why. I mean, you could still invest in him. I mean, the worst case scenario, his quick sell value, I believe, is going to be... Let's see. I can actually test it for you. I'm not going to sell him, but I can look. Okay, my inventory, my MLB players. Let's go over to Anthony Volpe. His quick sell value is 100. So if, let's say, you go get, I don't know, 500 of him, right? Yeah, 500 is a good number. If you go get 500 of him, right? And you go get him for, let's say, 140 140 stubs, times that by 500, so 40 stub difference from the quick sell value times 500. All right, you lose 20,000 stubs, but at the end of the day, what really is 20,000 stubs in this game? You know that it's easy to make stubs back. You just go play a few games, get a good pull, you never know. So I do think that Anthony Volpe is still worth trying to get. I don't know if he would go up to gold right away. If he did, you'd make a lot of money. So if you get him at 100 quick sell value at the 77, if he goes up to the 80, that's 400, and you get him for 140, you'd probably make 260 stubs on each card, and you can get a lot of him because he's cheap. So that's important to note as well. So you'd definitely be tripling your money if you do go get Anthony Volpe. So basically, that was all I had planned for this video, and I did, again, keep it uncut because I want to give you that experience of me going through MLB The Show and showing you how I go through the game, how I figure everything out. If you want to see more videos like this, if you want to see more roster updates in the future, roster update predictions, I will definitely do those for you guys. I have no problem doing that. I love making these videos, and I love seeing if my predictions do come true. Now that the video is over, though, do take these predictions with a grain of salt. They're never guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in this world. So you might see a good investment, you might not see a good investment, but that's all the fun of the game. And that's why I'm trying to give you the least risky investments that you can make. Basically, if they don't go up in value, at least you have the quick sell value, which will give you a majority of your money back. So with that said, I'm going to end this video here, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments section below. If you have any other game suggestions, let me also know that in the comments section below. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. It really does help out the channel a lot. It shows me that you guys are liking my videos. But with that said, I'm ending this video here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.